is Beatrice Johnson, and I am so excited today that I get to introduce you to a phenomenal woman. Today we have with us Wyneatte Fox. Wynette's expertise is in relationship coaching, and her training includes a bachelor's in psychology from St. Martin's University and a certificate in life coaching from Fowler Wayneworth, as well as over 10 years of experience. I can't think of a better place to speak with us about relationships and the state of relationships and improving relationships in our lives. As I start, Wyneatte, I think what I'd really like for you to cover first is to kind of give a description and maybe kind of set the tone for what relationship coaching is, because at least in my experience, it's something that we just really haven't been introduced to, and we haven't kind of been trained in it, and, you know, all of us within our relationships, whether it's that we're wanting to improve them or seek one, really don't know what to do or where to start. So can you explain to us how that scenario takes place?
Absolutely. Relationship coaching assists people to find greater fulfillment in their personal relationships.
So when you're thinking personal relationships, this is interesting. So when you're thinking of personal relationships, it's not just partnership like marriage, husband, wife-husband relationship. You're really speaking about whether it's relationships with family members or parents, children, siblings. Is that what the tone is?
Absolutely. Siblings, your personal relationships with your friends as well. Absolutely.
So what kind of people do you work with? Do you work with all ages? Do you work with people at certain stages in life? I know you're in Texas, so do you work with people essentially within that region, or can you work with someone no matter where they are?
That's a great question. I work with people from all walks of life. But to be a little bit more specific, I work with single women and couples. Some of the women I work with are professionals to stay-at-home wives. The couples that I've met range from being married 1 year to 10 years or even more. I'm actually very enthusiastic about working with anyone that feels that they can benefit from the services I have to offer. Together, we can design a relationship plan that will work.
Okay, now I like that because I'm all about plans. Everyone, we always focus on the business plan, the financial plan, the retirement plan, and I don't think I've heard anyone speak about having a relationship plan. Backtrack a little bit and tell us about, I guess, what led you on this journey and how you came to really invest so much time and effort in this field and in this catalyst for change when it comes to relationships. Was it something that, was a special relationship you had when you were younger? Was it a need that you saw based on the relationships around you, or was it someone introducing you to it?
Actually, it was someone that introduced me to it, and I found that there was a great need. I experienced problems and issues and concerns when I was married, and I found that relationship coaching was a way to offer this to the rest of the world. I
think when we think of relationship coaching, we always think it's kind of scary. In that approach, what kind of services do you offer? How would someone, I guess, come to you and know if they're a candidate? Do they need to bring along a spouse if that's where their issue is, or can they, essentially, how can they come and, I guess, come in a way where they feel comfortable and confident enough to not let the fear stop them?
Well, I actually offer services for single women, so you don't have to be attached or in a relationship to seek my services. But at the same time, I do offer services for couples, for premarital couples, as well as couples that are already married, and that includes group sessions as well.
So with the group session, how would that work? Is that something that you would do in person? Do you do group sessions just as we are over the phone or over the Internet?
Actually, the group sessions are local. Those are things that I would set up, and the group sessions that I provide are for single women or couples.
Okay, single women or couples. What have you found to be the difference that can be expected between coaching and counseling? Because I know when it comes to, you mentioned one of your services, kind of the premarital. What's the difference between that? How does those two things connect or dissect in the way that you work?
Okay. There's definitely a distinct difference between coaching and counseling. Counseling tends to deal with a little bit more the pain and hurt of the past and helping someone resolve those type things. A counselor is usually sought to assist clients to resolve issues in the past toward building a more fulfilling future. Well, coaching, on the other hand, is a little bit more future-focused, and deals with clients that have resolved the issues of their past. So coaching works to explore solutions to overcome barriers, learn new skills to make it more effective, to make more effective choices. Therefore, it can be used as either an alternative or a supplement to traditional therapy, depending on your need, of course.
Okay, now that's brilliant because I've never heard that explained and I've never understood the difference because I've always residually, kind of from the outside looking in, thought that counseling was something very medical, but that makes so much more sense. Like counseling is, okay, there's stuff in my past and I can't move forward until I resolve that stuff. And then the coaching is, I've resolved that stuff and now I'm ready for the next level.
Absolutely.
Okay. So what happens in the sessions? What does that look like?
Oh, wow. There are many things that go on in my sessions. The sessions are client-centered. Therefore, you will direct your session agenda. We'll talk about things that you feel that you need to work on, but it is my belief that you hold the key to your success. But it is with my guidance that you will find it within yourself. So during the first 1 or 2 sessions, we'll begin to clarify your initial goals and create a vision statement. Subsequent sessions will be prioritizing goal building and accountability. And there'll also be homework assignments that will keep you focused between sessions, yet give you a little bit of direction for achieving your goal.
Okay, so someone comes to you and their goal is, let's get 2 scenarios. One is their goal is to get married. Single woman has been in a lot of relationships that seem to, we see this all the time with, men and women. They keep going to the same type of person. It's a repeat pattern. They're not getting what they want out of their life, and they're like, I need to find the person who really is compatible for me and really is a good fit. Can someone come to you with that type of goal? Because it almost seems so optimistic to be able to say, oh, I'm going to go to her and then I'll be able to find that man or have, be in a position where when that man finds me, I recognize it. Can someone come to you with a goal that big?
Absolutely. And we will create steps to get you there. We'll create a visionary roadmap that will take you along your way with motivation and guidance. We'll definitely get there. Absolutely.
Wow. See, I like that. I may know a lot of people that you could help, starting tomorrow for sure. So with those meetings, how do the meetings take place? Like, how often do you meet with someone? You describe homework. Kind of what does that usually look like? Is it weekly basis, a monthly basis? Is there a custom schedule? Like, how does that pan out?
Usually, when clients seek my services, they're going through some type of issues or concerns that bring them to me. It is during that time that we may have to speak once or twice a week for the first few sessions, depending on how those go. As stress and frustrations are alleviated, we may only need to speak once every 2 weeks. But I do think that it's important to have sessions closer together because usually if they're too far apart, it will decrease motivation to accomplish the desired goals. So it just depends on the client and their level of need at the time they seek my services.
Okay. So, and then once they've got, great habits, because we all have to be kind of reconditioned. And then with any plan, you've got to work the plan right. So then it'll kind of pan out. So how does the global delivery happen?
Well, yes, it happens in person, over the phone, or computer. We can set up where I can come to you or you can come to me. Definitely by having it over the phone, we can definitely make contact all over the world. I also do video conferencing through Skype that I really, really enjoy. That way we can see each other in person if you don't want to fly here into Texas. So this offers the comfort of convenience, so you don't have to leave your home, fight through the rush hour traffic, or even flying, or going into a busy office. I think that coaching done over the phone and video conferencing is much more feasible and eco-friendly, and many of my clients love it.
I've got to say that I like the idea of screen to screen because I think convenience, we talk with our families, by Skype, and everything that we can do is almost instantly available. So why take the extra time to travel? We all have such busy lives. Take less time away from our day. Especially, I think it's really cool that you can do over the phone as well, because if someone has a daily lunch break and who doesn't take time every day to eat, it means they do have time to move towards the personal growth in their relationship.
Mm-hmm.
Do you find that many people need a complete overhaul or usually just general guidance? I guess how many sessions would be determined, like when someone comes to you with a need? Do you know right away how long their goal or vision might take, or is it something that you have to develop over time?
It's usually something that has to be developed over time. I understand, and I like for my clients to understand that the commitment to engaging coaching takes a lot of courage. Therefore, I will request that my client commit to at least a minimum of 3 months of coaching if you want to see a significant change and results in your life. The more open you are to understanding and implementing new ways of relating and better communication with your partner, the quicker you'll be finished with the sessions. Therefore, it's your initiative and motivation and drive that will dictate the number of sessions that you would need.
It's interesting because usually when you go to someone for kind of this level of personal care, they want to rope you in and keep you forever. And you're saying, no, we start at 3 months and then we see where the person is. And then, we either continue or they are ready to move towards their goal on their own. Is that the way you see it?
Absolutely. Like I said, it's a huge commitment. But at the same time, I want you to have results, and I know you want to have results. And to do that, we do need to establish, a little bit of continuity. And 3 months is about that time to see a significant change. And then after that, definitely, I know you would have the resiliency to take care of things further out.
Yeah. I like the idea of being able to reevaluate. I don't know. I like the idea of having, it's almost like you're a wing woman to the improvement of personal relationships. So it's not like, I'll be side by side with you to get a date, but I'll be side by side with you mentally so that you can do whatever it is that needs to happen in any given relationship. I know for me, when things start to change and I start to do different things and develop newer habits, things roll along and then you either hit a wall or you get to this place where you see such growth that a crisis can occur or like something like hits the fan. So how does the client move through that and deal with that in working with you?
I encourage clients to contact me if they feel stuck, and without hesitation, I'm readily available. We may have a brief intervention if that is necessary, anywhere from 5 to 15 minutes, because like I said, I do feel like my clients are very resilient. But crises come up all the time. But it's a great opportunity for you to practice some of the skills that your sessions have assisted you with, and I give you the motivation that you need to remember that you are the key to your success.
Even if it's between sessions, you're available and they don't have to kind of flounder on their own. Now, you've written a lot of material to help people in relationships without even coming to you personally for your services, and I also know that you have several books that you've authored and make available as well. So can you describe, I guess, the motivation for that and what you think are the key benefits to the books that you've put out and the resources that you've prepared for anyone who needs that relationship help?
I do have these publications that I put out, but I key in a lot on the resources within you. It's with my guidance and help. You are the expert in your life. I am the expert in assisting you with developing growth and change so you can move forward. And I think those are the important things that are put out in the articles that I write and the books that I write and things like that. So those things are very important.
Taking it back to personal power and that we're not helpless, I guess. I know you have a signature system, and it's really the driver for all of the results that people have experienced, both from the articles that you put out, from your publications, and from working with you individually and in groups, called FEAST. Can you just describe CEAF for those who don't know as much about it and just kind of describe how that process takes people into the goals that they want?
I love that program, naturally. I designed it. I love that program. And CEAF is designed to be result-oriented to help solve the problems of those that want to end the frustrations in their lives and relationships and build toward a greater and happier future. It assists my clients to gain clarity that they need to make better decisions and develop harmony and respect from their partners or just in life in general. It's a wonderful program, and I absolutely love it. And once clients come on with me, I can't wait to introduce them to it. Once I introduce them to it, they're so excited, and I love that.
I think it's brilliant that you would come up with a program called CEAF, and it even be an acronym for these different steps that you take, because really it's like we want to cease kind of all the nonsense that can happen in relationships and make it something joyful and something that's meant for excitement and thriving.
Definitely. This program offers many things. Some of the things that I try to focus on in this program is reduction of conflict, relieving of stress, improved communication skills, increasing intimacy, and improve relationship coaching skills. Those are some of the imperative things that I find that my clients need the most and that they ask me for the most. And that was another reason why I developed this program.
I see that our time is kind of pushing it right now, and but I do just want to ask you if you could leave us with, I guess, a couple of options. I know there's a lot of people who go and download your materials and that you will get on the phone with people to speak with them and, that your client base can span from anywhere. So what would be the first steps to connecting with you, getting in touch with you? And I guess if someone wants to explore working with you and getting that personal attention, what they should do to follow through and just plug in more.
The first thing would definitely be to review my website, as well as contacting me for a free 15-minute complimentary session. We can find out a wealth of information in that amount of time about one another and to see if this is what will work for you. So that would definitely be the first step.
I think that's really generous that you would give 15 minutes of your time for free, because with your credentials, I know, and, just with what you provide, I know that time is very valuable. So that sounds remarkable. So thank you, Wyneatte, for being with us. I'm going to go ahead and wrap this up. And for those of you listening, I just really encourage you to take advantage of the resources that she has, to plug in if you can. You've already heard this amazing system, and just she stands out because she has so much experience, so many credentials, and so much insight into the guidance that you would need and the steps that you can take to, first clear the clutter if you've got that which is blocking you, and then to move forward and just really catapult the goals of what you want your life to be 3 months from now. We're talking a 90-day process to get you started. So visit the website. It's relationshipsdesigned.com, and make sure that you stay plugged in. You won't be sorry. And Wyneatte, I thank you so much for being with us, and I look forward to all that you have coming in the future. Thank you.
Thank you.